Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Crawford hearings. What is a Crawford hearing? What does it mean to have one? Do I even need to have one on my case? Is every DV case going to come up for a Crawford hearing, or do some of them not need to be, conducted?
Well, the way it works is typically in arraignments, the judge is going to issue the full stay away order. And honestly, it's an abundance of caution. In arraignments, that's not the time to litigate the case. It's not a full trial. So in an abundance of caution, the judge, in all likelihood, will issue a full stay away order. What your defense attorney needs to do at that point is reach out to the court and request what's called a Crawford hearing. The purpose of the Crawford hearing is to limit the order of protection from a full to a limited order. Now, what happens at that Crawford hearing, which is typically on the next court date after your arraignment, is your defense attorney has to show that there's some type of property interest in the home. Because keep in mind, especially in the domestic violence context, when you're required to stay away from the home of the protected party, a lot of times that's your home too.
That's
so
true.
You've been kicked out of your home, and for the next 6 days or 10 days, whatever it might be, until your next court date, you're not allowed to go home. You have to find a hotel, you have to stay with another loved one. Either way, you can't come home. At that Crawford hearing, what the defense attorney needs to do is show that you have a property interest in that home. Potentially, you might be paying the bills, you might be paying for utilities, you might own the property. Maybe this other individual is on the lease, maybe she's not on the lease. It all depends. So at that Crawford hearing, the judge will listen to the arguments of the defense as well as the prosecutor. Typically, unless the victim is fully on board with limiting the order of protection, the prosecutor is going to maintain the request for a full stay away order. Oftentimes, even if the victim asks for the order of protection to be limited, again, in an abundance of caution, the prosecutor is going to maintain his or her position that the full stay away order should be in effect. So at that Crawford hearing, the judge will make a determination. It can go one of two ways.
Now, if you're trying to figure out, well, what's the difference between a full order of protection versus a limited order of protection? Well, you have to stay tuned to the next video, which you should see the link. If you don't see the link, it'll play automatically. Let's talk about limited orders versus full orders of protection next.